Hello, and welcome back to Josiah Plays the Book of Unwritten Tales. We're gonna check out Master Marcus's Magic Maid School here.
No one home. The door is locked. No one home.
So I can't go in there, I guess.
The door is locked.
Alright. Let's see. How about the tavern, huh?
You hear a lot of bad things about rundown taverns. On the other hand, they're often the starting point of many a fantastic adventure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't had enough of those yet.
Not enough fantastic adventures.
Have you got Form 12B for me?
Oh, the blue one.
No, it's just a green one. Hurry up. The post office is about to close for lunch.
You're going to the post office? Oh, I'll come with you. I need a delivery note and I want to send off a registered letter.
What's going on here?
What are you doing?
What do you think?
You can see what we're doing.
We're playing.
Oh, damn, I've forgotten my ID card.
You can have a copy of your passport certified by a solicitor. Hang on, I'll mark the solicitor for you on the map.
What are you playing?
The only true kind of game. A role-playing game.
What? So this is like some sort of huge mechanical game contraption. There's got a guy digging. That's like a teacup, a stop sign, a car. It says player 2. And it has some other icons and stuff here. They're like typing. This is like a primitive computer and they're playing some sort of game. It said they're playing a role-playing game. And it sounded like they were talking about a bunch of really boring stuff like filing paperwork and doing taxes and... Alright, so here we go. What's the game about?
And what is this role-playing game all about?
It's set in a fantasy world.
Totally without dragons, orcs, and magic.
But instead... Oh! Here, come over here. I found the tax inspector.
Wait for me, I'll be there in a sec.
Once I've got this stamp, I can finally conclude the fiscal year.
You know what that means?
Tax office!
What? Wow. It's a fantasy world that doesn't have any orcs or dragons or magic, where they just do mundane bureaucratic tasks. That sounds super fun. That reminds me of like that parody video about World of Warcraft, where like you play a person playing World of Warcraft. And that game is supposed to be fun.
And you really enjoy playing the game?
Of course!
Certainly. You can escape the tedium of reality with all its magic and monsters. And you meet new people. It's not only us who play this game.
It's played all over the world.
It's an
There
MMO.
are 6 people currently online. Well, 4 if you don't include us.
But one's just gone off to the toilet.
Wow, 6 people. It's a Momorpaga. And when is the game finished?
And when is the game over? When have you won?
Won. There is no winner. Just like in real life.
The game has no end. You just keep on playing and... Oh! A traffic warden's wanting to write me a ticket.
Leave her. That's a hard quest series. You can try to lodge a written appeal and then you have to...
So the game never ends? Great.
Amazing. That's kind of humor that this game is filled with. Making fun of RPGs, fantasy, and gaming in general. What kind of a machine is that?
And this device, what does it do?
What indeed? We type in our input and the machine shows us what everyone else is doing.
It saves our equipment and controls the characters that aren't being controlled by other players.
And how does it work?
No idea. That thing is linked to a server somehow and that takes care of running it.
A server? May I ask who you two are?
Might I ask you who you both are?
Of course. I'm Jack Smith, level 42 consultant at a medium-sized cooperative bank. But I want to retrain as a tax consultant with specialisation in tax-effective investments. They have really fabulous skill trees.
And I'm Mary Ellen Skittles, level 40, local government officer. My bicycle's got a 3-speed gear.
I've not the slightest idea what those two are talking about. Maybe it's a role player thing.
Oh, he looks at the camera to make the breaking the fourth wall statement. Awesome. So yeah, this is making fun of, you know, of Memorpagas, level 42 tax consultant. He's playing a female. Okay. He's talking about I want to retrain, they have great skill trees. That's funny shit. Okay. I'd like to know who you two are in real life.
I meant, who are you two in real life?
Oh, right. I used to be a successful merchant. I had a shop here in town and lots of market stalls. Now all I own is that knackered old stall outside the door there.
Ah.
No customers, no business.
Then maybe I could buy something from you.
Yeah, great. Why, whatever.
And who are you?
I'm Master Marcus, the local mage teacher.
Oh.
You're the mage teacher. Could you maybe...
Shh, the game's started.
Then best of luck in wherever.
Thanks for nothing.
You know, that's about the silliest game I've ever heard of. Why would anyone flee from their own world into a fantasy world in order to complete meaningless tasks?
He looks at the camera again, he shrugs. Okay, awesome. I love that. I love that sort of breaking the fourth wall, like... Yes. Okay, that's funny stuff. I like what they did here. This is a great joke. You notice they've both abandoned their businesses. You know, everything is like all cobwebbed over and it hadn't been used in a long time because like apparently they're so enraptured and like addicted to the game. So that's again another joke on, you know, who would want to flee from their own real life to complete meaningless tasks online. Good stuff. Very funny. Okay, lots of stuff to look at in here. Let's take a glance at these guys.
The mage teacher has fallen prey to that role-playing game, just like the merchant.
Damn those role-playing games.
The mage teacher has fallen prey to that. I don't think the merchant is a human, but I'm no expert.
Oh, he does have some weird-looking ears, doesn't he? Let's talk to him again.
They're still involved in the game, and I don't really know what I should ask them.
I see.
They're still involved.
Alright, what do we have in here? Look at the box. What's in the box?
A wooden box full of tools, including, amongst other things, a saw.
Oh, a saw. That sounds great. Take the saw out of the box.
Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool safety regulations, and it's a tad rusty. Still, I think it's usable.
Excellent. The saw.
Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool safety...
So I have a saw. Look at the role-playing game machine.
These two use the same machine to play their strange role-playing game. My family would just love this. I don't understand what's being displayed there, or what these two are entering, but the machine seems to be functioning perfectly. I don't understand what's...
Alright. Look at the boar's head.
Splendid two-pointer. Perhaps the inn gets its name from the boar's head.
You think? Makes sense. So this tavern, nothing's going on here except for these people playing this. It's a rather large computer. Well, I mean, you know, whatever their equivalent of a computer is. Look at the jar. What's in the jar?
Mum bottles apple sauce in jars like that back home. Ours are smaller though.
Of course, because you're gnomes. Hey, I can take it. Preserving jar. I could catch beetles in that, I'll bet.
A large canning jar with a lid. Oh, it's empty.
And look at the desk.
The shelves are full of dusty bottles and tankards. Some are still half full. Perhaps the owners had to leave town in a hurry. From butterbeer to pumpkin juice to fire whiskey. It's all here, but I don't need any of that.
Nice. Alright, what else? Sign says keep out over here. I don't know what that says. Something server's room? No trespassing? Look at the door and the sign.
A door bearing a sign that says server's room, no entry.
It's actually impressive that the art's good enough that I could actually lean in and see and read those tiny things without being, you know, having to even be told what it said. Well, I'm gonna go in there.
It says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big town doesn't mean I'm going to turn into a criminal.
Oh, alright. Maybe I won't go in there.
It says no entry.
Alright, fine. I'm not going in the server's room.
It's still involved.
Okay, well, I think that's all I can do in here for right now. I have a saw, preserving jar. Can I... Let's see.
This must be the last market stall the merchant mentioned. Nothing more is going to be sold here as long as the merchant is still playing that strange game.
Right, he won't go to work. He's busy playing World of Bureaucracy Craft or whatever they're playing.
This must be the last nothing more is... No one home.
Can I saw my way into the... Yeah, no. Okay, I'm being ridiculous. Alright, let's let's head up the road here, I guess. Oh, here we go.
Halt! Access only for authorized persons.
Shield Hand, are you the guard of the upper gate?
Same guy.
Dead right. And you don't have access to the upper town.
As I already mentioned to you at the outer gate, I must speak to the Archmage. It's urgent.
And as I've already mentioned to you, the guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures.
But why didn't you say you were the guard?
Well, I wasn't on duty, and you shouldn't mix business with pleasure. Anyway, it's much funnier this way.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not so funny after all, Shield Hand. Seems a bit daft maybe to guard him when he's a god. Alright, what do I have to do to be admitted to see the Archmage?
There has to be a way to get to see the Archmage. What would I have to do?
Only people with personal invitations from the Archmage himself are allowed in. Do you have an invitation?
Of course.
Of course.
And? Where is it?
Well, my dog is eating it. It's an invisible invitation. You don't need to see my invitation.
You don't need to see my
He
invitation.
just waved his hand
I
like...
certainly do.
You don't need to see my invitation.
You really believe that'll work?
It was worth a try, wasn't it?
Not really.
Just...
So, where's the invitation?
He just tried the Jedi mind trick. You don't need to see... And he waved his hand like, you know, the classic Obi-Wan Kenobi thing. And, it, you know, it didn't work, obviously, so they're making fun of that. It's an invisible invitation, of course.
It's an invisible invitation.
An invisible invitation? Really?
Yes, from the, Unseen University.
Never heard of it. So, where's the invitation?
He's not going for it. Well, my dog ate it, of course.
My dog ate it.
I've no time for this. So, where's the invitation?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, there you go. Without an invitation, there's no way you'll ever be admitted to see the Archmage. But you could be admitted, of course. If you were a mage yourself.
Oh ho!
Mages are allowed to speak with the Archmage.
Naturally. He's the head of the order, after all. You know any mages by any chance?
Well, I'd like to be one myself.
And I'd like to be a dewdrop on a wood elf's butt cheek.
Whoa.
Really? Why?
Well, Look, only mages or people with invitations can get into the tower.
Oh, wow. Alright, this is fun. That's all the time we have for this one, though. Thank you for watching. Josiah plays the Book of Unwritten Tales. I'll see you next time.